Well, right now, leaders with the Metro Parks are closely monitoring the Maumee River. So the river, things can change pretty quickly, especially when we're talking about this forecast, right? The possibility of those ice jams.
Always a problem this time of year. Well, take a look at this video from an ice jam 3 years ago. Very devastating. Amy Steigerwald is live this morning at Side Cut Metropark. So, Amy, as we saw, this will not be the first time this park has experienced something like this.
Tim, no, definitely it is not. Back in 2019, Side Cut Metropark experienced extensive damage after ice jams really took over the park, I should say. It started back when there was flooding, and then that quickly changed to those ice jams across the park. It damaged parts of the road, bridges, and sections of the playground here at Side Cut Metropark. The damage was so extensive that parts of River Road did not open back up for nearly 3 months that year. Now, this morning, ahead of the rain and quick temperature drop we're expecting, park officials have already started preparing for that to happen again. Park benches, picnic tables, and other items throughout the park have been removed just as a precaution. Now, despite the damage it experienced back in 2019, Side Cut is a floodplain, which means it is built to handle flooding. The water is meant to come here to the lower section of the park, which is where I'm at right now, and offset where that water goes. However, if there is not a slow thaw, things could get pretty tricky.
Concern is the ground is still frozen, so the water has nowhere to go. But then also with the snow that's already here, whether it's going to be a fast thaw or a slow thaw, and then all the tributaries from here to Indiana dump into the river, so the river can move up and down very fast.
And this morning, officials with the Metro Park are reminding everyone that should this happen again, they will close off the park if there's flooding or ice jams. You should not venture out into those closed areas if that should happen. Now, we want to toss it back this morning to meteorologist Ryan Weekman, who's going to break down exactly how these ice jams form. Ryan.
Yeah, Amy, because they can obviously, as the video you sharing with us there, can be very devastating. Let's kind of talk about how this all happens here. So let's imagine we've got a river like this one right here. It's got ice on it, right? And we experience a warm up like we're expecting today and tomorrow. Combine that with plenty of rain that's going to be coming down as well. And one of the big things that happens is the ice starts to form into chunks. And when it comes into a section of the river that bends or slows down, those ice chunks can build up like this. That's where you get an ice jam to develop. It's basically a bunch of jigsaw puzzles that kind of come together. It doesn't allow the water to flow past over a choke point, and that water can rise very quickly. That's why you see the video like we did. Not only the damage of the high water, but those big ice chunks that are left over if you go down and check it out after the ice jam. So we're going to be watching it very closely after the cold weather that we've had the last few weeks. This is a real threat with the heavy rainfall we've got on the way for tomorrow.